Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. We have some really cool things to talk about in the world of DC today, but before we get into that, I do want to remind you guys all of our new posting schedule. We post Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for sure, and on Sundays we post reading the comments videos in which we read comments from you guys in our past videos. But if you want to guarantee that we talk about the subject you want to talk about and ask us a question or something like that, make sure to tweet at us on Twitter at heroes_avenue, and we'll make sure that we'll get your question on the video. That will also make sure that your question is short enough to put on screen. I do wish we can answer everyone's question, but sometimes some of the responses are way too long to put on screen. So with that being said, guys, let's get right into the topics today. The first thing I want to talk about is that Warner Brothers looks to be developing a Dr. Fate movie, and right now I'm going to label this under the category of rumors, but this is some real exciting news. So WB looks to continue its emphasis on solo characters in developing this Dr. Fate movie. According to the website We Got This Covered, who is a website that has recently been getting scoops on a lot of news stories, recently says a source tells them that WB in fact already has a story in place, that the story will partly be a period piece and partly take place in modern day. So they say WB is looking for an actor 30 to 40 years old and might go with a person of color. Now that second part doesn't really surprise me, but the first part of it, an actor 30 to 40 years old, given how they probably want to spawn out a franchise out of this, might surprise some people if they're not really familiar with the character. So just quick summary of this character is this character of Dr. Fate has had the mantle passed down from numerous characters, just like other comic book heroes, but the most popular and original one is the archaeologist Kent Nelson, who, by wearing the Helmet of Fate or Helmet of Naboo, gets to wield great magical power, and this, along with other magical artifacts like the Cloak of Destiny and Amulet of Anubis, might remind you guys of Doctor Strange from the other side of the fence on the Marvel side of things. But I do really think this is a cool idea. I think the characters have a different enough backstory that the audiences can still embrace this character, given that there's already been a similar character introduced on the Marvel side of things. And I did like the Doctor Strange movie, but I do like where DC might be able to play around with this character, given the differences in their powers and the differences in their storylines. So I'm really excited that DC is really heavily leaning into the magic side of things, and it's really gonna leave a lot of connections for internet connectivity later on. Now, I know that DC does want to focus on solo movies right now and really make them good movies. I do think, given everything, that this is the right path to go now, and I'm just really, this sounds really awesome if it is true, and I want to remind you guys that this may be a rumor. So, but I think Dr. Fate as a character, he's someone that I am most familiar with in the Injustice comics, and I do think the Injustice are some of the greatest comics out there right now. And I'm relatively new to comics, but man, those Injustice comics, incredible storyline, highly recommended. And the Injustice video game as well, of course, and also Justice League Unlimited, the TV show as a kid. So if this is indeed true, I do want to know from any of you guys who have been reading for a while, if you are very familiar with Dr. Fate, what kind of storyline would you like to see on the big screen if it was to be adapted? Really exciting to hear where this may potentially go next. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. We're going to talk about this Black Adam movie. Yes, this is the movie that is going to be starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and him as the character Black Adam was announced in 2014, and it feels like we're finally starting to get traction on this movie. So another rumor says that we are going to get Hawkman and Stargirl in this Black Adam movie. So according to that hashtag shows, Adam Sikeel, I don't even know how to say his name, Adam S., has turned in a script heavily influenced by Jeff Johns' early 2000 work that pits Hawkman against Black Adam. Other JSA members, including Atom Smasher and Stargirl, are said to be included in the script, and while I'd still file this under rumors for now, I gotta say, to see Black Adam go against a Carter Hall Hawkman sounds incredible. To find someone physically capable of standing toe-to-toe with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be a tough task, but it's also going to be a tough task to see Zachary Levi eventually go up against him because, well, maybe given a few years, maybe Zach bulks up a little bit more, and with help from a little bit more padding, maybe he can stand up to the real Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's physique. I don't know. That's gonna be a stretch, but I am excited to see who they're gonna cast, and I'm excited to see all these villains potentially face up, or all these opponents face up against Black Adam. So, you know, Carter Hall, Hawkman, has found some shine in the CW shows, and I actually think some of the shows with Hawkman and Hawkgirl in them are some of the most entertaining CW shows. Again, I did stop watching most of them after the third, fourth season, but yeah, it's really excited to see a potential, what kind of potential he could have in live action. I want to see some incredible, some brutal action scenes with The Rock, and I actually am hearing that Hawkman's current comic run is really, really good, so I definitely need to check that out. I am super late on this character, but let me know what you guys think. If we were to see this Black Adam movie finally come into fruition outside of Shazam, which characters would you like to see Black Adam go up against? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's move on to the next topic. Next topic is on Batman. Ben Affleck, I'm sorry, I was gonna say Batfleck, but that's no longer a thing, guys. Ben Affleck has some comments to say about DC. So here we go. While promoting his new Netflix film, Triple Frontier, Affleck told the LAD Bible, "I imagine it would be weird to step in and do another character. I can certainly imagine directing a movie, you know, if DC would have me, if it was something I was passionate about." He also added, "It's not about the kind of closing the doors on stuff. I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to do that when the next Batman film, so it became time to let someone else take a crack at it." Now, I don't believe for a second the second part of his statement. We all know what happened to his Batman script, got scrapped, even though people like Jay Oliva said it was the best Batman script he's ever seen. Yeah, that, you know, they wanted to go a new direction, and now we got another great filmmaker on it, so there's that. We beat that topic to death already, so let's focus on what he said first here. He said he would be open to directing a DC movie, and Ben Affleck is a great director. Did he do Gone Girl? I can't remember on the top of my head, but he did Argo, which is an incredible movie. What other movies has he directed? I cannot remember, but I would love to see Ben Affleck direct another DC movie. It's hard to imagine what other movies he would do. We know he's a huge Batman fan, so potentially maybe another Bat Family character gets a solo movie. We know Chris McKay is going to be doing the Nightwing movie if that ever gets officially going. So that's taken. Potentially that. So Joss Whedon left the Batgirl role. Maybe that. Maybe a Red Hood storyline eventually. Or I think my biggest thing I would like to see him in, or my biggest desire to see him direct, would probably be a Justice League 2. So how could his narrative change from this negative storyline to a positive one? You know, Ben Affleck comes back to direct Justice League 2. I think that would definitely change the narrative for Ben Affleck and his legacy in the DCEU. I think that would be incredible. Not only because he's it would be a good narrative to tell, but also because he is a great director, and I do think he does have the talent to create a cohesive, interconnected movie universe. And you know, we all know that he has a great relationship with WB. Otherwise, by now, he would have been kicked off the movie. He might have been saying a bunch of things, talking a bunch of trash, given what has happened behind the scenes, but he hasn't. So he maintains a good relationship with WB, so I'd like to see him do Justice League 2. If you guys have any other ideas about what Ben Affleck could potentially direct, let me know what you would like to see him direct down in the comments below. Okay, let's move on to the last story today, and that's going to be a really short one. So it looks like James Gunn's working title for Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad, kind of the reboot, right, is El Dorado. Now, I know some of you guys are not a fan of James Gunn, given his tweets in the past. My quick take on that is that James Gunn, you know, talented guy for sure. He has made some mistakes. He's acknowledged them. He's paid the price for them. And yeah, that's that. I think people can grow and become different people. So that's my take on him as a person. Again, maybe I'm missing some things. Maybe I don't know the whole story. I'm just looking at what he's done. I do really like the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I do realize he is a great talent. So I'm really excited to see what kind of spin he's going to put on the Suicide Squad. And we know oftentimes that working titles are not great indicators. Sometimes they may be, but they're not always the greatest indicators of what the movie's going to transpire into. So El Dorado, not sure if that tells us anything. Maybe you longtime Suicide Squad fans might be able to tell us something. Let me know in the comments below if you do think you have a theory about that. One potential thing we heard about this movie before is that the Suicide Squad may be trying to find, under the direction of Amanda Waller, the tomb of Black Adam. So that is very, very interesting to think about, given how Black Adam movie may be ramping up to go into production eventually. Could the Suicide Squad lead us into the Black Adam movie? And with Shazam coming in a few weeks now, could Shazam also give us another tie-in to the Black Adam movie? So it is really an interesting thing that Warner Brothers may be able to weave together right now. Not sure if that rumor is true, but El Dorado, could that be code work for Kahndaq? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think about that theory in the comments below. But if not, let me know what you want to see coming out of this movie. We do know that we're probably gonna get a mixed up new roster. We may potentially see some characters come back. We know Harley's coming back. Deadshot may get recast. So really interesting. King Shark may be in the movie. So really interesting dynamic that's going on right now in DC. So it really is quite exciting, at least from my opinion. So that's all for today, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about all of these stories in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the notification bell to be notified for all our future videos, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.
What is going on, everyone? Just as a reminder, me and Rob are going to start doing a schedule for our channel. So we're going to start posting Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then we're going to post our viewer comments on Sunday. You're going to see our schedule right here. And yeah, so if you guys do post any comments throughout the week, or if you guys ask us a question on any of our social media platforms, we'll definitely post it on our Sunday video. So definitely look forward to that, and look forward to some more changes in the future. You guys have a good one.